If you've ever tried getting into a trading card game, you know it can be incredibly daunting. From the large financial investment of the serious meta level players, down to the casual player only able to get a few packs at a time. Either way you look at it, it can still be incredibly challenging. So I'll be pushing my skills and a bit of luck to their absolute limit to make the best deck I can. The goal is that by the end of 1 year, I will be able to top one of the largest tournaments in the TCG. The catch? The catch is I must do this on a mere $20 a week budget. But not only this, also I cannot trade or buy singles, only sealed product. The only exception being for each match I win, I can make a single trade for a single card from a box opened right here on the channel. If you want to take part in the series in either a remote duel match or have a box opened here on the channel and potentially a trade conducted, then head on over to my Patreon and become a member to gain permanent access to my personal Discord server. This is Digimon on a budget. Right here, $18. Don't have quite enough for of the whole 20, but we'll let the $2 carry over for next week and see what we pull. All right, so the reason I didn't go with the double structure deck right off is because honestly, I don't think it's quite necessary until we start pulling things like Omnimon to really utilize the double Plesiamon, and then the Cocoidus Breath it's good, but I don't think it's worth dumping a whole nother $10 in quite yet. We'll get there eventually, but I think this is a good starting point to see what we get. And on top of that, we got a bit of a bonus since it's episode 1. We got the our tamer card here, our box toppers, and so hopefully they'll give us a little bit of an edge. I don't think there's anything we're gonna need out of there just quite yet, but definitely cards that we could totally use down the road. If we go the Old Force Vidramon route at some point, you never know. Just good to have these guys on hand. So let's see what we get. All right, so right off the bat, we got the Kyrie alternate art. Not gonna do us any good here. We're not a yellow player, so that's pretty much useless. But hey, let's crack open this bad boy and see what we get. I honestly do not like that little pull tab. Doesn't quite feel right. All right, so got the Garurumon here and then the Weregarurumon. Cool cards, but I'm not quite sure that we're gonna need them, honestly. We'll see. Definitely good to have and hang on to, though. All right, let's go ahead and crack this guy open. Most of us probably know what we have in here already, but we do get that free booster pack inside. So that's the real reason for opening this guy up. There we go. All right, maybe it's a little bit of luck to the fact that we got 2 of the same ones here. So first pack on the channel, well, maybe not by the time this gets uploaded, but first pack I've ever opened. So here we go. All right, so we got the Black Greymon, Spiral Sword. Oh, gotta keep those covered in the back there. Metal Tyrannomon. Okay, getting a lot of red cards here. Some yellows. Man, where's all our blues at? It's like they know that we're trying to hunt down blues. Look at it, it's like a whole pack of red almost. All right, awesome. First good, definite good pull that we needed. I know he's pretty easy to get, but still incredibly vital to our whole strategy. All right, so definitely keep him out. And Togemon, not gonna do us much good. And ooh, a Piedmon. I don't think it's gonna necessarily do anything for us, but hey, that's a cool pull to get, and that's nothing. So cool holographic there out of the booster pack or out of the structure deck. So that's cool. All right, let's get the this next pack here, the matching pack. Hopefully we're gonna have some luck here. It's definitely gonna be an uphill battle for the first few weeks, so we need some crazy awesome pulls from the start, I think. All right, looks like we got some more black here. Gardramon. Forbidden Temptation. Wow, that's a word. All right, I've got a blue card here. Not really anything we're looking for though. Another Kudamon. All right, cool. We got a Gomamon here. Is part of my strategy. If you've seen my video about the best deck of the format for 1.0, he's right there at the beginning. So that's another good pull. We'll want to implement him pretty soon. All right, Vegemon, Woodmon. And they do not want to give us any blue cards, it seems. All right, cool. All right, I take it back. We got an Upamon. This will definitely start replacing all of our Sunomons in the deck here. Great, probably the best blue egg that you can get, honestly. And then just another Metal Tyrannomon. So nothing too crazy there for our rares yet. But last pack of the week. So fingers crossed, baby luck, make it happen. All right, more red cards. You know, honestly, not a bad option for a rookie rush strategy. You know, if we can't get any good pulls, we could just totally shift gears and run rookie rush for a little bit. Just kind of depends on what all our other pulls are. V Nova Blast. That's some cool artwork. Looks a lot better in person than I was giving it credit for initially. Another Flarizamon. Armadillomon. You know, that's pretty good. It's I like it because it's a play cost of 2, so that'll be a good supplement for us for just a basic rookie. Cool, Tinkermon. Be good for any yellow players out there. Leomon, you know, honestly, we probably could run Leomon right now. He wasn't in my initial build, but until we get other level 4s that are on the list, I think he's going to be a pretty good include, honestly. All right, we got an Izzy here for green. We're definitely not going to be a green player, so not going to do us any good. And big card, oh, just a matte, and a purple matte at that. Not even a blue. All right, so nothing too crazy there on those pulls. We'll get a cool Piedmon, that's pretty awesome. And we got a couple cards that we can include. We definitely got plenty more that we're gonna need to go with and get, but let's modify this deck a little bit. All right, so this is what the deck's gonna be looking like for starters here. Definitely not optimal by any means. Again, we're only running one structure deck here, and we only had 3 packs to work with. We are short 5 cards. I'll get to those in a minute though. They're mostly just gonna be filler options until we can just replace them out for something else. So keeping the Sunomons right off the bat. The Digimon gets 1000 DP when battling an opponent's Digimon that has no Digivolution sources. It can happen. The reason I didn't just drop them all, just run the one Upamon, is I still want to be able to evolve on top of these guys just for the draw factor, if nothing else. And that's pretty much it, just to keep a little bit of hand advantage early on, just because we don't have a whole lot of other options for drawing just yet. And then of course the Upamon, as you know, we already went over before. I like both of these, the Gomamons here. He's just a play from hand for 2 costs, so not too bad compared to the others. Same with the Armadillomon. The Gomamon here is on deletion, gain 1 memory, and so no matter, even if I evolve on top of him, he's still this effect will always factor in, so I like that. 0 cost to evolve. Same with the Goblimon here, 0 cost to Digivolve. So those will be my primary targets for Digivolving. But if I have to, I can Digivolve the Gomamon, just until we get more options. Mainly we're looking for the other Goblimon from the packs, so that way we get that draw on play effect. This Goblimon's not anything special. It's just his inheritable is when attacking, trash the Digivolution card at the bottom of one of your opponent's Digimon with level 5 or less. Nothing too crazy. I don't expect him to be, you know, going too like rampant with that ability, but it's a rookie. We need it. That's why I kept it. All right, jumping down in here into our level 4s here. I'm actually running all 3 of the Garurumons here. I've got our good one here is on play, unsuspend one of your Digimon here. So Eventually, we'll get more use out of this because of our ultimate strategy with the Metal Garurumon from the pack. We haven't pulled any yet, so we still got a ways to go there. And then we're looking for more filler, honestly. We don't have a whole lot of level 4 options. So I went with the Garurumon that we pulled out of the dash pack here. Is when attacking, if this Digimon has Garurumon in its name, trigger, draw 1 card. Not too bad. We do have a lot of, well, I guess none that are going to really evolve too much on him. We got the Garurumon and the Metal Garurumon. So it can come up. Again, he's mostly just there for filler. He's a 2-cost Digivolve, just kind of a stepping stone. The Leomon here on deletion, gain 2 memory. I don't really like relying on Leomon. That's why he's not in my initial build. Just because mainly he has to die in order to get the effect. And if that's happening, then I'm probably just, on the ropes as it is. I like to be on the advantage all the time. And his effect very much is not being on the offensive. I did skip one rookie here, the Bearmon. Just another evolution option, really, forced over the Gomamon. Instead of him, we have the Gabumon and the Bearmon. So those are going to be my 2 primary targets for evolving on top of my eggs. And these other guys are going to be mostly for play, except for, of course, the other Gomamon. Grizzlymon here, probably right now the best level 4 in the entire deck, just because he's a blocker. I think every deck should have a blocker, so that's why he's here. Next up, we got the other Garurumon here. Not too great. His inheritable is when attacking, trash the Digivolution card at the bottom of one of your opponent's Digimon. So yeah, not too great, but it could come up, I guess. Next up for our level 5s here, I got the Zudomon here. He was in the initial build. I like him when Digivolving, trash 2 Digivolution cards at the bottom of one of your opponent's Digimon. Just because there's other cards that combo really well with him that we'll get into. I discussed in my other video of how to combo really well with him. So that's why he's in here until we can get the other Zudomon from the set that gives us that draw power that we need. This Garurumon completely in here as filler. Definitely want to be dropping him as soon as possible, but as you can tell, we're very light on level 5s. We've only got these guys here really to work with. I don't like any of the other level 5s that I had available, so this is kind of where we're at. His inheritable is your turn. While your opponent has a Digimon with no Digivolution cards, this Digimon gains security +1. Like, we do have some stuff that removes them, the Digivolution sources, so it can come up once it evolves into one of our heavier hitters here. These guys are level 6s. Not overly, enthused to be running them, but literally are only available level 6s to run. The Plesiomon is really good if you're running an Omnimon style deck, just because the evolution cost is so low for a level 6, which is pretty great. But other than that, he is just a beater with whatever other inheritable effects that might be under him. And then the Metal Garurumon here, he's a filler for the real Metal Garurumon that hopefully we'll pull. When attacking once per turn, unsuspend this Digimon. So basically we just get 2 attacks out of him. Not too amazing, but hey, 2 attacks is 2 attacks. It could be better than a security attack +1, just because you can push for game potentially with it. Of course, we have our 4 Hammer Sparks. That is a auto include in any blue deck. No matter what, you've got to run your 4 Hammer Sparks. And then we're really getting into the kind of the filler here. I'm not overly fond of the Cocoitus Breath here, but it does serve a purpose. It's great for in your security stack, and I mean, it could definitely come up. It's not no Gaia Force, that's for sure, but it still serves a solid purpose. So a little bit of removal, can go a long way until we can get the second structure deck. Then we'll probably bump this up to 4 moving forward. All right, so the last 5 cards here I've got, these are very filler, and I want to pull them as soon as possible. But I'm running the 3 Tamers from Matt that come with this booster set, or starter set, sorry, not booster set, starter set. Start of your turn, if your opponent has a Digimon with no Digivolution sources, gain 1 memory. Similar to the other one, where if you're 2 or less, you go to 3. We're gaining memory off of this. I feel like, again, I've said it numerous times, Rookie Rush is going to be super popular starting out. And at only a 2 memory cost, that's a lot better than the 4 memory cost. I think he's going to see a lot of play early on when Rookie Rush is still pretty popular. And again, people are going to be dropping stuff for those on-play effects. It happens. So I think he definitely will trigger enough to justify running him. And our last 2 are super filler. We're just running 2 rookies here. The Monodramon and the Hagramon, red and black. Their on play cost is only 2, so I'm not running a Rookie Rush strategy, but we can run them nonetheless. Only 2 cost. I think they're okay. We can play them. There's no drawback to playing them at all, I don't think, other than we can't evolve on top of them with any of our other cards. But I think that'll be okay as a good little filler option. Again, these 5 cards will probably get replaced very early on. But let's get in here and let's test this out. Let's see how it goes. All right, so this is game 1 here. First game of the deck, actually, and starting out kind of small here, just playing the Gomamon, getting that free draw, and just dropping a mat. I figured that hopefully he can't drop down Digimon and an evolution with only 2 memory, so I'm hoping that I can gain some memory back off of this, so it's not too much of an investment. Alright, so just kind of swinging in here with Ikakumon, just trying to get ahead a little bit. I don't have a whole lot to work with in my hand here. I'm just sitting on a whole bunch of rookies, and actually kind of helped me determine how many rookies I'm actually kind of running a little bit over, which I think I'll definitely want to cut down next week. Probably cut out 2 rookies, take me down to 14. I'm at 16 right now, which is the maximum that you should probably run, and it definitely shows in this game and in a few games. I just had a little more too many rookies than I really ever needed. All right, and then getting a little investment return on that mat there finally. Was hoping I was going to get it a little bit sooner than I did, but hey, better to finally start getting it. We have to at least get 2 memory back to break even. I think we eventually get it. It's a little bit longer of a investment return, I think, because you need at least 3 turns with it before you finally see anything. So I don't think it's quite worth it. Definitely looking to replace it here soon once we get to that point. But currently, that's kind of all we have. So it's definitely just filler. And definitely the scary part about playing against yellow is once they start dropping all of those TKs like that, you can almost guarantee that every time you start swinging for security, that you're going to lose whatever you swing in with. And I think I realized that at one point in this, and I'm sitting there with all those rookies in hand that I was complaining about earlier, and it actually starts to benefit me a little bit because I can just go super wide and I just start sacrificing all of my rookies and start swinging for stack, just because I'm in fear of all of them being, whatever is in his stack being buffed. And he's going to play that Angelomon and put more things in his security that I have to deal with. Alright, so at this point, he kind of worked me over a little bit, but he has no blockers on field, so as long as I don't hit anything too crazy in stack, I should just be able to walk right over this and clean this up. So just revealing Akari, just going to give him more memory on his turn. So then I'm hitting the last one here, and another Tamer. So pretty unfortunate. And then to swing for game with Grizzlymon there. Just all of his Tamers were in his stack, so he wasn't really getting the advantage that he necessarily needed, or that he could have had with yellow, because yellow's all about having all that stuff in the stack there. Looking at 2 TKs here, and same thing as before, I'm just thinking I need to go wide. He's going to have all these TKs. That's plus 4,000 to the DP of everything in his stack. So what I'm thinking here is just keep pushing with rookies, and then just letting them die and sacrificing them. And then pass his turn for giving me a free 3+1 from Matt. That's pretty unfortunate, but great news for me there. So that's a whole lot of memory I can work with. Again, just playing the playing those rookies, getting those draws, trying to find something, just kind of digging a little bit deeper here for anything that we can pull out. Not entirely in favor of the yellow cards that buff DP. Not too thrilled with the yellow cards that lower DP. That's the scary stuff, I think, because you can not only do you get the same advantage of plussing, you know, the DP of a monster, but instead you have a chance of just killing something. So I figured go ahead and play my Metal Garurumon here and set up for next turn, so I can just start slowly knocking on the door there with mine. And in the meantime, I set up 2 blockers to basically just to kind of give myself some padding while my Metal Garurumon does its thing. So we've got a lot of memory to work with here, and I just kind of shotgun it and go for it, and it does pay off. Unfortunately, all the TKs just in the stack there, not doing too good for him. All right, so this is game 2 here. It's pretty interesting. She's using a combo of a blue-yellow deck. You know, this is still the early stages, and people are just going to be trying some, you know, some crazy stuff, throw people off their game. Harder to work because we don't have the those combo pieces just yet that really can utilize multicolored decks. Hopefully in, you know, 1.5, then later on we'll get some more there. Right now, just kind of taking it easy. She's playing the Omnimon there, which is a really interesting rookie, I think. It uses it has blocker on a rookie, but the evolution cost is 1, so I'm not like an overly big fan of rookies that I have to actually pay for unless I'm just playing it straight to field, in which case, you know, everyone likes the memory efficiency of the 2-cost plays. So but, you know, blocker on a blue is kind of rare on a rookie, so I think that's the only one so far. Not as good as the black one for sure. Here, I'm just kind of taking it easy here, just poking with the Plesiomon. Just kind of whittling them down. I can't quite draw into my combo pieces, unfortunately. So, just doing what little I can. So she plays Hammer Spark. I don't know what she's going to go into here. Okay, so she starts playing those blockers there, really building up her defense here for me to have to poke through. And then going for the attack, hit the Hammer Spark there, which instantly ends my turn. Pretty nice hit for her. So hopefully we can come back next turn. But it gives her a whole free turn to work with. Unfortunately, she plays kind of a heavy cost there. It gives me a lot of memory to work with. So I go up into that Were Garurumon. Hopefully I can poke for a little bit more this turn without instantly having to pass my turn again. Swinging with that Were Garurumon, kind of a nice combo there. Gets rid of all the the stuff underneath, and here was a bit of a misplay I think on her part. She plays this bad boy here as a Digivolution instead of a play, so it doesn't get the effects, unfortunately, of getting all that security back. Unfortunately, just learning the game, that's stuff like that happens. We're still pretty new in this, so. But again, got a lot of memory to work with here, so trying to make the best of it. Playing those rookies still with the 2-play, like I was saying earlier. Now I can play different colors and it works because it's such a cheap rookie memory. And poking that stack here, pretty easy. With all those blockers out of the way. And then just take the game right there. So, game 2, or I guess round 2. Building up pretty quick here, going straight into my Metal Garurumon pretty quickly, pretty early on in the match here. Just very memory efficient going up. And then she plays a Metal Garurumon of her own, which is a bit of a surprise. Definitely did not see that coming. I know it's a combo deck, but going that high in a combo was pretty big of a surprise there. And so then she swings into my my Goblimon, of course, and then gets to restand and swings again because of that power buff there. So pretty great. Definitely did not see that coming. And then just playing a blocker from hand, that's pretty standard there. It's pretty common. So pass it back to me. I've only got the 3 memory to work with, but I mean, you can do a lot with 3 memory for sure. And then got the security cleared, but dealing with the double blocker, it's pretty brutal. Reveal a Hammer Spark of my own there. Unfortunately, does not pass it back to my turn, which would have been way nicer. And then she's going to swing again with that Metal Garurumon and at my stack. And we reveal a Cocoitus Breath here, which is super clutch. Definitely needed that. And bounce that Metal Garurumon back to hand. So then all we got to deal with the blockers. And then she drops a 3rd blocker for us to deal with. We're just trying to punch over here. 5 memory, though, that's definitely really nice to have. So we should be able to make some plays with that. And go up into the Metal Garurumon here. We've got a rookie on field. Just waiting, buying time until we can just swing for game with it. Start clearing out those blockers. I like the double attack more than the security +1. All right, and she was able to correctly play this time and get those securities back on that one. Unfortunately, I think it was just kind of buying for time as we just really ramp up here really rapidly and just start shotgunning everything out there. And I believe we take the match right here. Yeah, we're gonna take out that last security with Plesiomon and then swing for game here. Tries to flex on me and drops the Omnimon for the play cost. Unfortunately, only has 13 memory to work with, so can't quite do it. Would have been pretty funny, though. And drops a Metal Garurumon instead for 12, giving me 9 memory. Of course, the game is basically over at this point. All right, game 3 here. This was actually a pretty exciting back and forth here. This is going to be against the mostly red structure deck. There's a very few alterations to it, but 2 structure decks combined together here. All right, and then I drop out my big boy Metal Garurumon here. Does pass it back to him, and then we just start trying to swing into stack here, and then boom, reveals the Gaia Force on the very first top. So we lose our big boss of the deck. Instantly, and then I think he's about to just run off. Yeah, there he goes. He's about to just run us over here. This is the starter deck Wargreymon, so he's running at plus 2 security, and I think he has the Greymon underneath, maybe, that gives him another plus on security. I can't remember. Maybe not. But he's a big boy, and he's getting ready. So I drop yet another Metal Garurumon, which is kind of just a race of the tower here. Who can build the tallest tower the fastest? However, my tallest tower does not take out nearly as many security as his does. And he's just going to start melting through my security like it's nothing. 2 Goemons back to back and a Garurumon. Yeah, nothing standing up to that. With only the 2 security, if I don't pull anything in these next 2, and nothing. Yeah, so if we had had a Coitus Breath, we could have bounced something, but I did not get that. So that was the first game loss, not the first match loss. We haven't had a match loss yet, but that was the first game loss we had so far on the channel. And it was against the super aggro red, and it's not even maximized yet, so there's still a few weak points in the build. He instantly, though, starts going and building his tower without hesitation, trying to get that Wargreymon play going. knowing how terrifying that Wargreymon can be, I go ahead and drop that Zudomon, which is honestly, this is probably the most value I get out of the Zudomons this entire week is in this match. Just keeping those inheritables off of everything, so that way his Wargreymon can't come out with a whole bunch of advantage. And boom, yet another Terraforce. Second game in a row, another Terraforce in the stack to take out my boss monster. We do take out his Koromon there at least, if nothing else. And then, yeah, drops a random blue. It is only a 2 cost though, so same play I did. He just passed it back to me, so I only got the 1 memory to work with. So it does work, so can't complain too much there. And I literally do the same play right back to him. Just knowing that he has the blocker there, there's not really a whole lot I can do just yet. So I'm just taking these hits. I don't want to block on something that is just going to kill me. I do debate blocking with my Grizzlymon here, but I'm thinking I should wait for the Beomon because he can't do anything with that blue. So if I just take the blue, it could die here, which it does, which is pretty nice. But I think blocking the red that he can actually potentially use is the better call on Grizzlymon. Which there it goes. Alright, and then he's got a push there, and then we just kind of run him over at that point. So he has to block the 1, the second goes through, and then the third there pushes for game. So all tied up, so 1-1. This is kind of a pretty clutch game here. Definitely need to take this one to go undefeated this week. Again, like a true red player, he is just going super aggro, just attacking with everything basically and leaving himself with nothing. I do want to block this rookie at least. And then really good play here. Waited till I used my blocker and then dropped the Shining Wing, I think it is, or Burning Wing, and buffed up his Bergermon to run over my blocker with to get that out of his way. Very good play there. And then hard playing the blocker here. I'm getting really low on security, so I need a little bit of a cushion to help me out here because I'm getting a little bit of nervousness. He bumps up his Agumon again with a big O, with a little bit of a buff, but he mainly does it just to pass it back to me and only give me 1 memory to work with on my turn. I punch for stack with a Zudomon and instantly die. Tries that same trick again with buffing up and swinging there, and I go ahead and take it just because I don't want to lose my Grizzlymon, because with the tie there, that Agumon was swinging for 6k. Right there, yeah. So he gave me a lot of memory to work with, but I kind of misplayed a little bit. I should have killed the Agumon with the Ikakumon, and I didn't, so I was forced to attack with the Grizzlymon. I got super nervous there. He dropped that Gaia Force to kill one of my Grizzlymons. So my blockers were super thin, but then just being dedicated and sticking with it, I was able to finally push. And oh goodness, another Gaia Force. I literally lost track of how many Gaia Forces he played in these 3 games, but it was super absurd. And then sitting here, I've got no blockers, no security, and he literally has to pass it back to me. Feels so bad. That's pretty rough. And but then we swung for game there. Very close games. That last one was very clutch. But that puts us at undefeated this week. So next week we'll have a bit of a bonus for our pack opening, and see if we can get maybe a few extra little support pieces. But undefeated week 1 was definitely a surprise with only 1 booster box, and essentially the free pack that comes with the starter deck and the 2 packs that we got. So definitely was nice to take 3 wins, and we'll see what next week has store for us. I doubt it'll go as smoothly, considering other players will have time to have their decks even more prepared after having a full a week or so with the new cards. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please support the channel in any way you can. Just liking the video or subscribing is a huge help. And if you really want to support the channel, consider checking out my Patreon. There's a link in the description below for it. You can get access to my Discord server as well as some other cool incentives. Also, check out my official merch store. There's a link in the description below for my Teespring account. You get access to all my cool merch that I've got on there, as well as some other cool stuff, cool phone cases, that sort of thing. But like I said, any kind of support is always appreciated. Just simply liking the video can go a very long way for me. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.